morning. It is Saturday, July the 19th. It's about 9:45. I just dropped the dogs off at the Groomers. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the Starbucks that's down the street from the Groomer, because the Groomer is about 20 to 25 minutes from my house. So by the time I drive back home, I really only have about an hour or so before it's time for me to turn around and just come back. So at some point during the school year, I was like, let me just go to the Starbucks down the street and just do work for a couple hours instead of like driving home, driving back. So that's what I'm gonna do. What I'm gonna work on while I'm there is edit the classroom tour video that I filmed yesterday. And I'm gonna hope that in the process of editing, I don't have this feeling of I'm gonna need to refilm this, because yesterday when I was filming it, there were points where I'm like, am I rambling? Am I making any sense? Is this gonna be okay? And that does happen frequently, like when I'm probably filming more so, less of a vlog and just more so something specific, like a classroom tour video. But 9 times out of 10, it works itself out. And I think I'm just being overly critical. So I'm gonna hope that that is the case. But yeah, the room is done. I filmed that yesterday. There's like 1 or 2 things I need to add to the room. Like there's a poster of like the classroom callbacks that I need to have made, but everything else is pretty much done. So I hope that you guys like it and enjoy it. But yeah, I haven't really been doing much else. I started vlogging on, I don't know, it may have been Thursday. And I might include that clip here, I might not. I doubt that I will, but I started vlogging on Thursday, had the best of intentions, went to my classroom, and I just did not feel well on Thursday. Not like I was catching a cold or anything, but just felt extremely run down. Like my body just couldn't. At one point I was in the classroom, you know, just doing normal things like putting things away, picking up trash, and I just felt just like lightheaded, wiped out. If I would bend down to get something and then get back up, I would feel extremely lightheaded to the point where I had to sit and like take a moment. And I had eaten, and so when I was telling my sister about it, she was like, well, it could be that you are slightly anemic, which I think might be the issue, because that has always been something that's mentioned. I have been told that I'm slightly anemic by doctors before, and this might be a little TMI for the, you know, few male viewers that I have, but I know most of you are women, and I'm still in the process of trying to get my menstrual cycle regulated. Like it has been very irregular, and this time around it came early, and it has lasted, fingers crossed that we're done, but as of yesterday it was day 13. So on Thursday I was on day 12, and so she's like, and you have this extremely long menstrual cycle, and your body might just be worn out from that. So all that to say, like I ended up leaving earlier than what I intended on Thursday because I just wasn't feeling well, which meant I stopped vlogging altogether. And then yesterday I was just in the room focused on doing some finalizing and filming, and then I came home and cooked. But even yesterday I felt tired, not the way that I felt on Thursday, but just tired, like just my body is tired. So I just took the evening easy when I got home, aside from cooking. But then this morning I woke up early, like at 7, with the intention of like fitting in my workout before taking the dogs to the Groomers. And by the time I woke up, took the dogs downstairs, fed them, and came back upstairs, I just realized like my body just couldn't, like, and it was a day where I was supposed to be on the treadmill running, and there is no way I could have suited up and got on that treadmill and ran. So as of right now, I've skipped the last workout of my Peloton plan for the week. That's not to say maybe I'll do it later in the day, and maybe I won't, because I have to get the dogs from the Groomers, and then I have my goddaughter's birthday is later. But I had one of those moments where I just had to realize I'm not really great about listening to my body sometimes, and I'm like, your body is telling you it's tired, like it's exhausted, you're tired. So just lay it down. Like, you don't need to punish yourself, and like the anxiety of like, well, I need to work out because, you know, now I'm forfeiting calories that I'll burn, and I'm trying to make sure that I, you know, get in better shape and, you know, drop a few pounds. And then I had to remember, like, you were working out intensely a couple months ago and still mad that you are working out so intensely and yet still not losing weight. So we know that it's not the exercising per se that is going to yield the results that you want. What we've learned is, like, it's a combination of the exercising and the dietary monitoring that you need to be better at. So as of right now, I'm okay with the fact that I didn't do the workout, and I'm even going to be okay with the fact, like, if I don't do it later, because even that first week, I don't think I did a full 5 workouts. And mind you, I've already worked out 4 times this week. So me skipping this workout just means that instead of doing 5 workouts or 5 days of workout, it's 4, which I think is pretty good. That first week, I think I did maybe 3 or 4 and still lost 5 pounds. And then speaking of which, just kind of, if you're on the journey with me, I don't want to focus too much on like weight loss per se, but I did lose a pound last week. The week before, I think I told you I didn't gain anything, but I also didn't lose anything. This past week, I lost a pound, which at first I was like disappointed, but then I said that's normal. Like, you're supposed to lose like 1 to 2 pounds a week, not 5 pounds. And I also have to remind myself, I lost a pound this past week, and I had eaten out a couple of times. Like, I met Taylor for lunch one day, and obviously I did make a healthy choice. And one of the days I had In-N-Out, which was not necessarily a healthy choice, but I had the calories to spare, so I did it. And I'm still kind of in that phase where I'm like, let me just kind of see, you know, what I can and cannot do and still get results. And then Thursday night, when I was exhausted, I didn't even have the energy, the mental or physical energy to cook. So I went and got a bowl from Chipotle and just made sure I had double the protein on it. So I'm like, you did those things and still lost a pound, so that's good. So that's just the quick catch up. I'm gonna go into Starbucks right now and sit and edit this vlog until the dogs are ready. And we'll see what happens with the rest of the day. But hello, how are you? I hope you're well. I'm so sorry, you guys. It is way later. I think when I spoke to you, it was 9:30-ish in the morning. I just dropped the dogs off. I went to Starbucks, edited the classroom setup video. It all worked out well. It was fine, as I'm sure many of you know by now, because it's already uploaded and there for you to see if you haven't seen it. And so what my intention was I was gonna then pick up the dogs from the groomer, come home, check in with you guys before I changed and headed out to my goddaughter's birthday. And because I was running late to get to my goddaughter's birthday, I just came home, changed, and then Luna was acting kind of funny. Like, I was like not sure if she didn't feel well. She just wasn't herself. We've since concluded that the problem is that after the groomer finished grooming her, she always takes really cute pictures of them, and she always puts like a little scarf or something. Sometimes she'll put a bow in Luna's hair. And so Luna was wearing this very sassy hot pink lace, like little neckerchief, and she just didn't like it, and it was really affecting her mood. Like, she just was not happy with me or the world. So I was kind of concerned about her in that regard, and then I left. Went to my goddaughter's birthday party. It was nice. It was in a park. It was outside. It was a nice breeze. The weather was perfect. Saw family, all of that. And then I came home, and Luna was still kind of in the mood. and I took them for a walk, and then I was like, maybe it's just this thing on her neck. So I took that off, and that seemed to solve the problem. She's back to her old self. So all that to say, I didn't check in, but there really wasn't much going on besides what I just told you. And I wasn't gonna really vlog at my goddaughter's birthday party. I think I just have accepted the fact that for the most part, when I go to do things like that, I truly don't even think about vlogging. And even if I did, it's not always appropriate, because just because I vlog doesn't mean that people want to be vlogged upon, if that's even a thing. So I'm just here to say hello. So sorry. I got home after I walked the dogs. I just ate my leftovers that I have from Blue Apron, which were really good. I really wish I would have vlogged making that meal, because it was one of the more, I don't want to make it sound bad, it was a longer recipe. It was like 40 minutes or so, and it was crispy chicken thighs and roasted broccoli and sweet potatoes, which I was concerned about because I'm not a fan of sweet potatoes in general. I think more so because I don't like sweet potato fries. I'm not a fan of sweet potato pie. So initially I wasn't even going to eat that side. I was just maybe gonna make the broccoli and skip the sweet potatoes. But I said, let me just follow the recipe and try it, because for the most part, everything that I've made from Blue Apron I liked. That's just the dogs having their nightly runabout. And it was good. The roasted vegetables were good. The extra crispy chicken was good. It was battered in breadcrumbs and flour, and like the sauce, it was delicious, and there was a sauce over it. So I had that as leftovers. It wasn't as good as the first night because it wasn't as crispy. And then I watched a little bit of TV, and I've been struggling to keep my eyes open. It's like 10:30, and you would think it's 2 in the morning based on how tired I am. So I'm just really here to say hello, tell you that, and also show you I got this in the mail today. So the school colors of where I'm at are red, white, and blue, which right now I'm really struggling with that, but you know, we're gonna reclaim some things. And so I wanted to get some Vans to go with the school colors. So I got some red checkered Vans. I love these checkered Vans. I have yellow ones. I have these. I think I bought another pair to celebrate me getting my transfer approved. I think I actually bought 2 pair. One has like silver sparkles, and then the other one, I can't remember the color. But I just love these because they're comfortable and they slide on and they always look cute. So I bought a pair of red ones to go with the school colors. So I'm getting ready to take a shower now. And I'm gonna get in the bed. I'm not gonna turn out the lights and go to bed just yet, because that just feels so wrong. Because I'm used to staying up till like 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm gonna look up some stuff on Amazon, because I need to find some science posters for one of the walls. And that wall probably will stay pretty stagnant since we're doing science rotation, so I want to just have reference materials up. And so I'm going to do that, and then probably waste some brain space on TikTok, and then I'm going to go to bed. So I'm going to pick up the camera tomorrow. I've decided I'm going to make up the workout that I skipped today tomorrow, and I'm just going to treat today as a rest day. And aside from that, I don't really have anything big planned. I don't have anything planned, to be honest, for tomorrow. So you guys will just be hanging out with me, lazing about, I think. I now cook. So that's what's on the agenda for tomorrow. So I will see you tomorrow. But first, I feel like I should have showed you their grooming. Wolfie, do you want to sit up so they can see you? Come here. Come here. Wolfie. Okay, sit nice. Sit so they can see. Look at me, all fluffy. He got his little grooming. Luna looks cute. She got her little face trimmed up, and she had her little neckerchief on, but she didn't like that, huh, Luna Skies? But Sam's still cute. Okay. I had to make sure that they got their camera time after their grooming. So now I'm gonna do all those things, and I'll see you. Good morning. It's Monday, not Sunday. Like I said, I was gonna check in. I spoke to you guys Saturday night before I was getting ready to take a shower, go to bed, do all that. And then my intention really was to vlog yesterday, because I was gonna cook a Blue Apron meal, and I thought that would just be fun to show you for whatever reason. Speaking of cooking, I am loving my Our Place pans. So if you're someone that's been on the fence about them and like, should I get them, should I not? I've cooked at least 3 to 4 meals in them now, and I really do like them. Like, it's worth it to me. They are truly non-stick. So yeah. But I got up yesterday. Well, I went to bed Saturday just really, really tired. Just really tired. And just knew, like, physically I was tired. And so I was like, okay, Sunday's gonna come. I had to work out. I did do the workout. But I allowed myself to stay in the bed a little bit longer. So I don't think I physically got out of the bed until 10 o'clock. I got out. I did the workout I was supposed to do on Saturday, which was very challenging because it was a treadmill intervals run. And running on the treadmill is probably the most physically challenging thing, and it's always been that way for me. Even when I was going Orange Theory, I would always do the treadmill first because I just wanted to get the worst part of it out of the way. So I did that, took a shower, ate, and I would say for 80 to 90% of the day, I was just on the couch laying down, and purposefully so. I think what I realized yesterday, the epiphany I had yesterday, which really shouldn't be an epiphany, but I think I was just like coming down off the mental and physical load of putting a classroom together, but moving a classroom, putting it together, and all that entails. And like I've said before, even though to some degree the process of doing that is enjoyable to me because I do like decorating and like creating a space and then seeing what it turns out to be, it is very mentally and physically taxing. Like there's a lot of moving around, there's a lot of thinking through, there's a lot of like internalized stress. Like even when the room was pretty much done and I was waiting for the carpet cleaners, I was still stressed about the carpet being cleaned because sometimes when the carpet is cleaned, it'll ruin the paper on the wall. Not ruin it, but it'll like make it so that it's not as cleanly sticking to the wall, if that makes sense. So I think yesterday I was like, you know what, you're just tired because you've kind of been mentally or physically hyper focused on that. So even on the days where you're kind of relaxing, you're relaxing, but you're still kind of thinking about that. And when I wasn't doing that, I was also doing like, you know, other things for school, all by choice, mind you. I'm not, you know, complaining, but I think just yesterday I realized like, that's why you're tired. I'm really trying not to honk my horn at this person. So I just allowed myself to just have a day where I'm like, if you just lay on this couch all day and that's all you do, you're on summer break. You don't have any responsibilities really. Like your bills are paid. You don't have any children running around the house. Like the dogs are alive and taken care of. So there was nothing to vlog. You would have really just seen me laying on the couch, going in and out of sleep all day, and maybe getting in an episode of two of Felicity. I did cook. Shoot. Oh, I can do that. I did cook, and I had a delicious meal last night from Blue Apron. The side dish was exceptionally good. It was, I think, called panzella. And I was making it, and it was so good that I maybe ate the portion of the side dish as seconds last night. A, because it was good, and B, because it's like you're making basically homemade croutons with cucumbers and tomatoes. And when I was packing it in the leftovers container, I realized this isn't going to be good tomorrow because the bread or the croutons aren't going to be like croutons. They're just going to be like soggy squares of bread. And I had extra bread left over, so I was like, I'll just remake it tomorrow, which is today. So that's what I'm gonna do. But I'm here now. It's Monday. I did my workout for the day. It was a bike class, and 2 of them. And I'm on my way to McDonald's right now to get iced coffee. I didn't get to have breakfast because the cleaning lady just arrived. She got there at about 10:30, and I really just wanted to get out of the house to get out of her way. So I'm going into my classroom. There's a couple things I need to do. I bought a science bulletin board set that should be arriving at some point today. It's not here yet. But there's other things that I bought, but there's not really a ton for me to do in there, but I'm really just going there to get out of her way. But there's other things I need to take care of today. I need to mail my goddaughter's birthday card because I forgot that. I need to get some groceries. I need to get some products from Ulta. I need to drop off this return from Kohl's, and I need need to do laundry. So I have things to do. So, hello. If you haven't watched the classroom tour video, please watch that. You know, the thing that caused me to just need to take a nap all day yesterday. If you do watch it and you're looking for some of the things that I mentioned, just make sure you know that there is a Google Doc in the description box that links several of the things that I mentioned. I tried to link anything that I thought someone would want to know about, and I've added to it. So it's like a live document. So if someone asked, like yesterday, someone asked to link the lights that I have around the board, so I added that to the doc. As well as the link to my classroom, like the list I had originally created that my family was buying from and some of you were buying from, that has a lot of the things there as well. So I'm gonna go get this iced coffee. I'm gonna go to my room, figure out what I want to do, and then maybe while the cleaning lady is there, I might also just take that time to go to the grocery store and all that. So we'll see. But here I am. I'm kind of glad I took yesterday off and just let myself sleep around because I needed it. I do feel better. But this is my last full week of summer break, so I definitely am trying to make sure that I take advantage of the freedom and flexibility that I still have in my schedule, so that I don't like overdo it, you know? So that is my plan. I'm in my classroom in the small group area. I just ate my breakfast, which was this little teeny tiny bag of pretzels that I got on my flight when I was flying home from the Bay Area, and really just calming my nerves because I just found out Malcolm Jamal Warner just died in a drowning accident. And when I tell you, you might as well have told me like my cousin died or a family member died. I'm not even being dramatic because that was literally like my childhood. And for those of you that don't know who he is, he played Theo on The Cosby Show. And I know Bill Cosby has been canceled and has been shown to be problematic. I don't even know. Like, even talking about that is hard for me because it really, like, The Cosby Show was such, like, a core piece of my childhood. But yeah, like, I just really am sitting here just kind of shocked and trying to, like, get myself to get up and move. So rest in peace, Malcolm Jamal Warner. Regardless of what's going on with Bill Cosby or what he did or didn't do or whatever the case may be, that show was important to me for a lot of different reasons and important to the Black community for a lot of different reasons. So this is like a real loss. So I'm gonna pull myself together. What I'm here doing is I'm gonna laminate these things. Sorry. I'm figuring out what I want these boards to be. I have a feeling like this board is going to be the science board and it will be pretty stagnant. I found like a student project or a student assignment that I'm gonna have the kids do on Etsy last night. We're starting science with the science fair. Like there's this whole science fair situation here at this school, from what I understand, where participating in the science fair is a requirement at the 5th grade level. So I found some things on Etsy last night. So I found these posters that talk about the scientific method. I'm gonna back these on some color paper. I'm not sure yet. Put those on the wall. I don't love those green lines right there. Ooh, we might have to reprint these. I'm gonna mount those, but I also got a bulletin board set from Amazon that should be arriving any minute now. So those are gonna go up somewhere. And then in addition to that, I have these. Now this is math. I don't know exactly where I'm gonna put these, but I would like them to be up there. It's just different examples of math in real life, and there's quite a few of them. So I need to probably decide which ones I want to hang and then decide where they are going to go. I'm thinking it's either going to be this wall. Let me see, so you guys have a better perspective of what I'm looking at, because right now I'm just being lazy. It's either going to be, so these are the 3 walls. Like that one I think is going to be where I put science. This one I feel like is going to be social studies, but again, like, I don't know the 5th grade social studies just yet because I have never taught 5th grade social studies from the current curriculum we have, but I'm hoping there's things that I could put on the wall. And these walls I think are really just going to be reference walls. Like, since this is a small group area, I feel like I'm going to put things that might just need to be referred to quite often. So maybe the math and real life posters will go somewhere there. I'm not sure. I have plenty of time to figure it out because the room is done and I'm really just here to be out of the cleaning lady's way. So let me get that figured out. I'm also going to try and fix the lamp that I said was not working with the remote. I swear I had that thing plugged in and set and flipped on and all the things that have been suggested, but maybe I didn't. So I'm gonna try it again, because it doesn't make sense that that one wouldn't work, but this one would. And this one is no different in the sense that it's a turn on, turn off switch. So we will see. Laminated and cut. I did put up the math and real life posters and I decided to put them here. And I think I like it. They will stay there. And then I had to go home to pick up this, actually, let me turn it right on back around, to pick up this bulletin board set that now when I look at it, I'm just like, it was $8. And I swear when I saw this last night, it had different things on it. I'm not super impressed by it at the moment, especially because it essentially says the same thing as these, and these just are more, what is the word I'm looking for? Cohesive with my classroom aesthetic. So I'm going to put these up, and I think that's all it's going to be. So I did end up reprinting these, and then I just mounted them on different colors of paper. If I didn't say it already, this is from an Etsy shop. So I'm going to put these, just so you can see them. Record, analyze, report. There's one more. Analyze, conclude, report. I'm gonna put those on this wall here. And then that's probably going to be the last thing that I do. The cleaning lady is done, and like I said, I do have errands to run. So yeah, I'm gonna put these up, show you the end result. Oh, update, I did get this lamp to work, so it is now working. I think maybe what happened is I had it plugged in, but I didn't press the button on the side. There's like a little button on the side that essentially is saying like activate yourself. So maybe I didn't press that button, or maybe what I made sure to do this time is had the on switch flipped on before I plugged it in. Maybe I didn't do that. I have no idea. Doesn't matter. It's working now, and that's all that matters. So those of you that put that in the comment, thank you, because I really had kind of convinced myself like maybe it just doesn't work with those kinds of lamps. But like I said, part of me was like, but that just doesn't make sense, because why would it work with this kind of lamp that has like a little switch at the top? So crisis solved. So I'm gonna hang this up and then be done. I'll show you the end result, and then I'm gonna leave here. All right, I got the bulletin board set up. I'm gonna show you that in a second. I am gonna go ahead and return the bulletin board set that I bought from Amazon. I'm not gonna use it. It's not what I want. It wasn't doing it for me. So I already processed the return, and I'm gonna go to Kohl's to drop off another return anyway, so I'm gonna take it with me. But this is what that looks like. So that will be on the board for a while, because we'll be focusing on science fair projects in the beginning. And so the student assignment, there will be student work basically going around those. That is as straight as I could get it. Hopefully none of you are looking at that and thinking, LaTanya, what is your problem? Because I can't change it. Stuff like that, when I'm on my own, I'm just kind of eyeballing it, and I'm hoping for the best. And I think that's as straight as I can get it. And let me go ahead and take all these push pins out really quickly. And then I have some other really great news. I mean, some of you are going to be like, Latanya, that's not great news. I don't really care. But for me, it's great news. So I want you to think about something that you guys know has been bothering me in terms of storage. It was like a real dilemma that I've partially solved, but there was still a little part of me that I was like, this is unsolved. And if you haven't guessed already, it's those science bins. So the science bin that I will be using, I just realized fits underneath my desk. So there it is. It's tucked, no one sees it. I still have plenty of floor space here. So that is great. We still have these grand annoyances sitting on the floor, but Taylor has assured me that I'll be able to put them in her pod when they're all like cleaned up and ready to go. So that will happen then. And are those more readers in there? I think they are. Like, I'm gonna have to go through that because what is that? Oh my God. Like, let me look in here. I just, as many times as I've seen this bin, I have not realized that these are additional readers. So I'm gonna take these out, and I actually have additional space in those cubbies. I'm not even 100% sure that I even need to have access to all the readers, but I'm just gonna take them out just in case. Yes. Because although we're doing rotations, these are pieces of informational text, and my class will all be on the same rotation at the same time. So it may be one of those things where I might want them to do something out of these readers. I really don't know. Again, I'm new to Amplify, so I don't really know how this is gonna roll out. So I know I don't need the materials for that unit, but I'm gonna keep the readers out and I'm gonna file those away. Maybe now, maybe not, we'll see. But either way, I'm getting ready to leave in a few minutes. After this, I need to make a list of things to do. I'm gonna put it on my phone. I think I have it all in my mind, but just in case, I'm gonna make a list. I know I need to go to Kohl's to do those returns. Hold on a second. Something's missing. You guys see the panic on my face just now? Oh my God, I just rolled over my toe. Really curious as to where this piece of border is. Like, okay, I'm gonna fix that. That's the mystery of the day. But I need to go to Kohl's to make those returns. I need to drop off my goddaughter's birthday card. That is very weird. But I have more border if worse comes to worse. I need to go to the grocery store and get groceries. And I think that's it in terms of errands to run outside of the house. And then I need to go home and like do laundry and stuff. So I will talk to you guys. I'm back. We need your help again. Okay. I just turned all my lights off using the remote. This is the problematic lamp that I thought was working. And then when I turned all my other lights off, they turned off, no problem, and this one did not turn off. Now, when I press the button, you can physically hear like the little outlet connecting, but the light does not come on or off. So I'm gonna put you guys down. I'm gonna be very quiet, and you tell me if you can hear that the outlet is registering that I'm pressing the remote, but the lamp is not responding accordingly. So everybody listen. Oh, now it's not gonna work. Okay, that I just turned it off. What is this doing? Okay, now I just turned it on and it's on. And the light switch is flipped to on. And now I'm pressing the off button and it doesn't work. Okay, so I don't know. I don't know, you guys. I know it seems like I'm crazy, but here's the outlet. So you see the lamp is plugged into the white thing, which is what is connected to the remote. The cord is there. I just flipped it to off, okay? So the lamp is off. I just flipped it to off. I'm gonna flip it to on. So now it's flipped on. I'm gonna use the remote. It's number 4. I'm gonna try and turn it off with the remote. Doesn't work, okay? See, I'm pressing off, doesn't work. Now I'm gonna turn the switch off. And let me see, what did I just do? Press on, that doesn't work. Turn it. Oh my God, I just don't even know. I don't know, you guys. Please help. I just want it to work. It's really not that big of a deal, but it's just annoying to me that it's not working when it should. So, you're watching me. If there's something I'm doing wrong, please let me know so I can figure it out. Well, now it's working. Like a second later, breaking news, now it's working. Let's try it. Let's see if it does it while you're on camera. There's a lamp, I'm pressing on. It turned on. I'm pressing off. Now it's turning off. Oh, there it's off. Okay, here's what I figured out. I think it needs a minute. I don't know. I don't know. You guys tell me, but you just witnessed me turn it on with the remote and then immediately try and turn it off and it didn't work. And then take a very flustered few deep breaths and then try to turn it off again with the remote and it worked. So perhaps that lamp just needs a minute to gather its thoughts before it turns itself off. I'm not gonna touch it anymore. It is what it is. So I'm gonna leave now. I'm home now, clearly. It's about 8:30 and I'm gonna make this little side dish to go with my leftover steak from yesterday. I'm not really working on it. I really know that I need to work on getting back on a normal schedule of having had dinner by now. That is on my list of goals to start working on tomorrow because, you know, during the school year I can be eating dinner at 8:38. And the dogs are having their nightly chase fest is what we'll call it. So what I'm going to make again is this side from last night. It is panzanella. And so essentially what you need is a French baguette. Now the funny thing is the only reason why I have extra is because it came with this little small baguette right here. And then when I went to get it yesterday, it had mold on it because I probably had it sitting out too long. So then I had to run to Stater Brothers, find a baguette. This wasn't really what I was going and looking for, but I think this ended up being the right kind of bread anyway. So this is much bigger than what they would have given you. So these are the extra cut up pieces from last night. So I'm probably gonna cut a few more sections of this to make it. So you need a baguette, you need cherry tomatoes, a Persian cucumber, which I couldn't find, so I'm just going to use a regular cucumber. I think it was 2 tablespoons of mayo, some oregano, and then you finish it off with Parmesan cheese and I think a drizzle of olive oil. And it's very easy to make. So I just took the bread and I just cut it in slices like this. It said to cut it in large chunks, which to me that's what this is. And it's really just enough to fill a medium-sized pan. So yesterday I cut too much. Let's see, I have this much in here. I might cut one more strip just in case, and then whatever I don't use, I honestly will just end up tossing. So I'm gonna do this. I had to take a pause because I'm texting. Now I'm just cutting the cucumber. I'm just going to do half of one and we'll see if I even use the whole half. And then I'm going to cut the tomatoes. I don't know if I'm going to cut all the tomatoes because I know I don't need that many. But I cut the bread, cut half the cucumber, cut some of the tomatoes, and then the next thing that you do is you take your bread pieces and you put it in a medium pan and you put a thin layer, I think it said a thin layer olive oil in the pan, and then you cook the bread for what was it, 7 to 9 minutes. I think yesterday I did 8 minutes. Or you're gonna do it until it's like clearly crispy and brown. And then while that's cooking, you put the cucumbers and the tomatoes in a bowl, and you put 1 tablespoon of olive oil in that, stir it up, and then you also put salt and pepper on the bread. I think I put garlic salt on it last night, which is what made it really good. So I'm gonna do that step right now, and I think I'm just gonna sit you guys down while I do it. So I think I want to get the bread in there first. So I'm gonna do that. And you're gonna do this on medium heat. Just make sure that this will cover the entire bottom of this pan. A little bit more. And we've used this bowl as the one we used last night. We put the cucumbers, and you guys can't even see. Just putting the cucumbers and the tomatoes in here while that oil heats up. And when it says salt, I think in every order last night, I think I was using garlic salt, because I just feel like you really can't go wrong with garlic salt. So I'm gonna do that again until it seems appropriate. And some pepper. Last night I had crushed black pepper, but I'm out of that, so I'm just gonna use this. And then 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Where's my tablespoon? Put the bread on in there. So like I said, I just put enough bread in last night so that it covers the bottom of the pan like this. And it's just this medium-sized pan. And then I'm gonna set the timer for 8 minutes. But once it starts getting brown and it looks toasted, I'm gonna stop it. But yesterday it was about 8 minutes, so I'm gonna leave it like that. Put my olive oil in here. I need to get some more of this. Like right now. I'm gonna stir this up. Just put that to the side. Clean this bread up. This is gonna go in the trash. That. I'm gonna wash this cutting board, and then I'm gonna check back in with you in a second, because I like to clean as I go so that when this is done, I am truly ready to eat. Okay, so the time has elapsed. I actually stopped, and I think I did this yesterday also. It was more like 7 minutes. So I just stopped the timer, and it was like 8 minutes left still. Actually, the timer's still going. So this is what the bread looked like. This is how I like it. And then you take this and you put it in this bowl. So I'm gonna do that right now. And then once it's in the bowl, what did I do with it? You're gonna add 2 tablespoons of mayo. So I had to buy this little thing of mayo today because I was so desperate to have this again. Oops, 2 tablespoons. that was the timer. The Parmesan cheese, which I think there's like a measurement. I'm obviously not going to measure it. I'm just going to sprinkle it in there until I feel like it doesn't need to be sprinkled anymore. I also had to buy some of this. No. Did I put salt on the bread? I don't think I did. Add a little bit more garlic salt to it. And it was, this is taking a little too long. I'm gonna be brave and use this side. That looks about right. And oregano. Also, something that I bought. Please don't break a nail. Make sure that's on there. Okay. I have no idea how much I'm doing. Maybe a little more. And a drizzle of olive oil. Come on. And then you're gonna mix it up until it looks like it's all combined. And I would taste it for you on camera, but I already know what it's gonna taste like. It's delicious. I would definitely suggest making this, like even just as a side to something. It was just divine. So it should look like this when you're all done. And it's a nice little side. So I'm gonna have that with my heated up steak that's in there. And I'm gonna watch Basketball Wives. And I am in the mood to like go in my closet and clean that out. So I might start that today, possibly tomorrow. But I know that I'm definitely gonna end this vlog that never ended here. Like, it's just one of those times where I just had the best of intentions, but it didn't always work out. So if you enjoyed seeing little blips of the last several days, please give this video a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. If you haven't checked out my classroom tour video, go check that out. That's all done and uploaded. If you'd like to leave a comment, please feel free to do so. I will respond to them as best as I can. And as always, I hope that you're well. And if you're not well, please be well. And I will see you guys in the next vlog. Until then, bye.